$7.99 to make an appointment, and we will assist you in making the correct plans for a difficult time. The John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, serving our community with compassion, dignity, and excellence.
9:11 in the morning. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us here today as we get it rolling on this Monday morning. It is rather an eventful day around these parts. Isn't it, Kay? Do you think this is...
Sure is an eventful day.
My goodness.
I think in 1960, John F. Kennedy was here.
Yeah.
And so 54 years.
Were you there? You were only like a year old, I know.
I think I was 7 years old then.
Were you 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I was on the farm.
You don't remember going there. I was 1 year old then, Kay.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Well, that was fun, I'm sure, for everybody who was there. We talked with Tony Renda, our station owner, about it. He was there that day. He was
Wow.
a young man working at Channel 11 in Pittsburgh at the time, and he came back home, took his dad up to see the rally with President Kennedy. But this is a whole different thing here today.
It's a different animal nowadays, for sure.
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
Yes.
Hey, the League of Women Voters of Indiana County, and Kay is with us, and Donna Cashdollar as well, as we talk about the League of Women Voters. Oh, I'm sorry. I misidentified her, didn't I?
You did misidentify me.
She might forgive you.
Well, Kay, you introduced her.
Barb Peace.
Yeah, okay, because I messed it up.
You're allowed to.
That's okay.
You're not perfect. Neither am I.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Terrible thing
I'm
to
not
say.
perfect.
Our conversation presented by Marcus and Mack, voted Best Law Firm and Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. You know, that's 2 weeks in a row I've misidentified a guest.
Strike 3, you'll be out.
Yes.
Do I really?
She likes baseball, too.
As far as I'm concerned, it could be a called strike 3, Barb, and I would be perfectly fine with that at this point. Hey, League of Women Voters is a great organization that has a lot of things going on right now, and primarily we're concerned with safe elections and security at elections and making sure we have enough people to work elections. Let's talk about that a little bit today, shall we?
Yes, we shall. I just want to assure people that there are many safeguards in place to ensure election security.
Mm-hmm.
Only citizens who meet state voting requirements can receive a ballot and vote. And almost all election procedures require 2 or more trained personnel to be involved. They take an oath to uphold state security laws. And there is a strict chain of custody policy tracking everyone who handles a voting machine or other election equipment.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of good people here in Indiana County that really, this has been such a big concern for everybody, obviously, and especially since 2020.
Yes.
But really, League of Women Voters has been involved in elections for decades.
Yes.
And here in Indiana County,
over 100 years.
You just do it well here in the county.
So Barb can talk about a nice award that Robin Marii received.
Yeah, our Board of Elections, which does consist of all 3 commissioners, Wilson Reagan, Debbie Streams, and then Robin Marii, do an excellent job. And Robin was actually just recognized by CCAP, which is the County Commissioner state organization, as County Commissioner Clerk of the Year. So she's very, very good at her job, and we trust her implicitly.
Yeah, well, and she does it and has been doing it for so long. I think that's one of the great things about here in Indiana County. We've got a lot of people that have been doing this for a very long time, so they know what they're doing. At the same time, Barb, we need to be bringing up younger folks who are going to be able to keep that tradition going.
Yes, absolutely. We want to get more and more young people registered to vote. You can do it online. You can do it in person. You have until the 29th of October to register to vote. Mm-hmm. And anybody who wants to become more active can talk to the local parties, both having offices here in Indiana. Mm-hmm. You can call any of the politicians. You can contact us. We would be happy to help you.
Yeah.
Because we're always registering people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
League of
especially,
Women-
especially students.
Yeah, the league itself very concerned with elections and with getting the information out to the people on the candidates. It's always been one of the traditions of the League of Women Voters is making sure people know who the candidates are and what their positions are in the various races and understanding that an election is not just electing a president, it's not just electing a senator. There are plenty of people who tell you those county offices are as
The
important
most
as any of
important.
them.
They're the most important.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always. I always try to encourage when we in an off year when we have elections. These are the most important things because the county offices is what decides our local laws, and I don't think people realize that. They put so much emphasis on the presidential. It's all important, but it's very important for the county level.
Yeah.
And so I'm going off script here a little bit, but I could talk about Vote 411, which I think I was on this program maybe a year or so ago talking about Vote 411. And then that's another site you can go to. It's called www.vote411. Well, if you just put in Vote 411, but it has all the information about all the candidates that are running for office. But it's particularly important about local. But we have it's in play during this
Sure.
election cycle as well.
Sure. When we stop and we realize that from president to national offices like senator, U.S. senator, then we've got, of course, local legislators in Harrisburg that are voted upon, right down to, and I hate to say down to because it's just as important, our school boards.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
heavens, yes.
Some of the most important elections that we do are
Yes.
who's going to be on a school board,
Yes,
especially when we realize those are volunteer positions.
exactly.
That they're not the experts, but they have to be the ones who hire.
They're on the front
experts.
lines, really, educating all of our children.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's very, very
Yes.
important
Yeah,
stuff.
they're some of the smaller offices to the township supervisors, the township auditors. Many of those go uncontested or without a candidate. So if you have any political bent at all, those might be ones that you might want to start out with.
Yeah.
Get your foot in the door, get your feet wet with that one.
Yeah, there are certainly positions that we need to have candidates for. We'd love to have at least 2 candidates for every race.
Yes,
Because that's how your democracy works.
absolutely.
So what are some of the other things that we need to know about what League of Women Voters is doing this year?
So we just want to let everybody know that voter intimidation, with the things that have happened nationally and there's some stuff locally, is completely illegal. If you are a victim of voter intimidation or you witness an incident on Election Day, that should be reported to the Indiana County Board of Elections and the District Attorney's Office. We want everybody to be safe. We want everybody to feel comfortable
Yeah.
going out to hear their voice heard.
There are laws that protect voters as they're standing in line as they're at their polling place, and we need to respect those laws. And we understand that there are places, even around Pennsylvania, where those laws are not respected. Again, though, here in Indiana County, it seems to be a priority for our county leaders to make sure that everybody can feel safe and secure and as Chief Shaw's always saying, peace and comfort.
Yes.
Those are important
Yes.
things.
It's about kindness. It's about respect
Yeah,
for each other,
absolutely.
as we know.
We want that to be a part of everything. So the county commissioners the county commissioners themselves, of course, they overall are the ones who guide the elections here within Indiana County, and we do it so well within the county because we have those good concerned people.
Yes.
Right. And they do have checks and balances in place for the ballots. There's an audit conducted after every election. The audits are designed to detect any errors, check the accuracy and integrity of the voting systems, and ensure that all of your votes are counted properly.
Now, Barb, since we do things differently now than we did 20 or 30 years ago in terms of elections here in Indiana County, since we do so much of what we do is now electronic, and those numbers become instantly available to our county leaders, folks might get the idea that we don't still count those paper ballots, and we don't really, the papers that we're putting through the machines, we don't check those things. But
No,
that's not the case at all.
That is not the case. Those are all retained. The paper votes are kept so that they can be audited after the election. You have to get your write-ins off of that, and they are stored and locked. So, and there is a chain of command that they are protected by.
Yeah, that chain of custody from the local election precinct, wherever it might be, someplace as remote as Smicksburg or some other part of the county, to when they actually get here to the courthouse. It's really important that the right people are the ones who handle those, and the wrong people do not.
Right. Our judges of elections are tasked with the responsibility to keep them safe in the precinct and then brought to the courthouse. And speaking of the courthouse, the mail-in ballots will begin to be counted at 7 a.m. on Election Day, even though we won't hear the results of them. But they do start with those at 7 a.m. on Election Day. I just verified that with Robin Marriott to be sure. So it will be counted.
So Election Day is the earliest that the ballots can be counted.
Correct.
themselves.
In the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah. And we had heard that the ballots would go out to voters on September 26th, but that's still not a sure thing yet. The state has not determined at what date they're going to begin to mail those ballots, correct?
No, my understanding from Robin was that they're still running some test things that they do, and there isn't a solid date. But you do have until the 29th of October to register or to request a mail-in.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's important to get your ballots mailed in early and to fill them out correctly with a signature, with a date on the front.
Yeah.
And it's
to
the
do it
date
all
that,
correctly.
the date that you're sending it in.
Yes.
It's not your birth date. It's not the election day.
Right.
It's the date you're sending it in. And I believe I misspoke. Registration is October 21st.
Yeah,
I think I said October 29th. Registration
Because it doesn't give much time
to register to vote is October 21st. The request for mail-in ballots is the 29th.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So very good.
That's our third strike. That's the. I misspoke there.
I don't know, but you were at the plate for that one.
Oh yeah, I was.
Well, when I listened to you, I was like, it wasn't fitting, but anyhow.
I already struck out.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks so much. The League of Women Voters of Indiana County, very much concerned, as always, with our elections, with the integrity of them, and with the outcome of them, of course. And so we want everybody to be informed voters, to learn about the candidates, to be out there. And the League does some great things with that as well, making sure that people know and have the information on the candidates and their positions for whatever the race might happen to be. So it's all very, very important. It's a great part of our process. Kay, what I have always said that I wish that if people did not inform themselves about their candidates, that they just stay home. But that's not really,
well, you can nowadays.
You
with
can.
The whole, internet and everything.
yeah, you can't.
No,
do
I'm
that.
talking about mail-in ballots. I get it with you, what you're saying. If they stay home on election day, is that what you're saying? Or
I just want them to be informed. I want them to
that's
care
the main
enough,
thing. To
care
be
enough
informed.
about your candidates that and about the races that you know who you're casting your vote.
Yes.
Consider your sources.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of misinformation there.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what creates the conflict sometimes.
Well, there
It's
you go.
important to be informed.
There you go.
Yes,
League of
yes.
Women Voters can help you do that. People want to learn about the League of Women Voters in Indiana County. What should they do?
We have a website,
LVW Indiana
you.
County
There you go.
.org.
and then we also have
Good save, Barb.
Thank you. LWVICPA is our state organization.
Yeah.
And they're really on top of things.
All right.
There.
Ladies, thanks so much.
Thank you.
for saving me.
It is the voice
Thank you, Tom.
of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. Boomer Sports next. It's brought to you by S&T Bank. People Forward Banking.
Hi, it's me again, Garrett Greek, your local mortgage banker at S&T Bank. If you're looking to purchase a new home to enjoy the changing colors of the fall season, we can help to make it possible. Visit me at one of our Indiana County offices to learn more about our mortgage options. You can also visit us at stbank.com or call us at 800-325-2265. S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Boomer Esiason with the Sportsman Edge. Jacksonville visits Buffalo in tonight's earlier kickoff. An 0-2, 7-sack start has Trevor Lawrence under the gun for sure after the Jaguars spent the most offseason money. Meantime, although the Bills are dealing with injuries and youth, Josh Allen is playing solid football, so I'm going to take Allen over Lawrence. Buffalo prevails 27-24. I'm Boomer Esiason.
For Phi, winning the fight against vision loss means seeing new ways to push himself. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is committed to funding research to end blinding retinal diseases. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning.